Come on. Ray, amateur hour.
Are we not supposed to do that?
Live from Maine.
Nantucket. No, is this called Nantucket?
No, this is Cape Cod.
Oh, okay. Actually, this is Derry, if we're telling the truth. No, not Derry. Dennis.
Dennis.
We're
Yeah.
Dennis Port.
We're inside Dennis Port.
We're inside Dennis's port.
Dennis's port.
Poor Dennis.
Are we allowed to open now?
So live from Cape Cod.
Yeah. First live broadcast. First live. It's not live at all.
Well, we'll start again.
Welcome everyone to the.
You know what? Sorry, guys.
How's it going, everyone? Happy Cinco de Mayo. It is May 5th, and we are all currently in Maine.
No.
Where are we? How's it going, everyone? It is May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo. We are all currently gathered here in Cape Cod for the New England Walk hosted by Ray Larose, who we have here. How's it going, Ray?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Cody, how are you doing today?
Ahoy!
The Ahoys. So yeah, we just arrived here probably about, what do we say, 30, 40 minutes ago, maybe?
Yeah. Pretty fresh here.
Yeah, we got here about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is,
We should note that we're one short today, though.
yeah.
We should get
Oh,
some.
wait. No, you know what? I found him, guys. Here he is live from Australia. It's Jason. Jason, how you doing, mate?
Crikey.
Enjoying Japan?
Yes. That's probably the worst audio bit ever, but if you go to youtube.com,
Yep.
we'll have our channel name of Graincast TV. You'll be able to find this episode actually recorded through video. Through the magic of digital cameras, we discovered the video record button, and we have a laptop with Crocodile Dundee holding an alligator as a replacement for Jason.
Very fitting.
Jason would correct you, and that's a crocodile.
Oh, it's not an alligator?
No, not in.
No, all
not in his
crocodiles
line.
there.
Yeah.
I think if we went back to episode 1,
Yeah, he corrected us there too.
yeah, I think
Go,
it was
go to
me he
episode
corrected.
1 to find out.
Yeah, you can also find episode 1 on iTunes and the Google Play Music Store
Yes, that's true. But
And SoundCloud.
and SoundCloud
Yeah.
and other fine podcast institutions.
But this is a big step. This is our first visually recorded podcast, so I think that's kind of a cool, different feel, like seeing everyone's faces instead of kind of like the webcams on Google Hangouts.
I expect to see maybe a little drop in viewership after.
Once they see our faces, it's like, oh.
So people listen to 10 seconds?
But it is nice to have no lag as well. You know, the echo in your head going on when we have the headphones on.
Yep.
And then the lag. over
So hopefully
top
there's
of
no
each other.
talking over each other.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, the other thing we didn't do, or did do, is not think of what to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Um,
usually for everyone that has been watching the podcast previously or listening to the podcast previously, we do go into the podcast with kind of a general idea of where we want to steer the direction. But for the most part, it's just organic after we come up with a topic and we just kind of run with whatever.
like a word or a phrase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the last episode was...
traveling with.
No, that was a couple ago. Scanning
Yeah.
in labs.
Right.
Yeah, pro labs and home scanning.
And
Yeah.
the A9.
No, we didn't talk about home scanning.
We didn't even get there.
No.
Yeah, we should have talked about home
It
scanning. We
was
did
on the
pro
agenda.
lab scanning.
Yeah, but that's how it goes. Like we
Yeah.
just kind of go with it, and whatever happens.
Well, you know what we should talk about is for the last 2 episodes, we were discussing what are we really going to bring on this walk.
That's a good point.
And now we have in front of us what we really decided.
I didn't bring anything of what I said.
So,
be
so
honest.
what did you bring?
Well, I brought a Leica Q, which is digital. Its film is that SD card. And I brought a Leica MA. And what film did I get? Acros 100, Tri-X 400, which I guess Tri-X always is. And then Fuji 400H for color.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
35 millimeter color then, eh?
Yeah, I haven't done 35mm color in a while. But you know what? This is relevant.
Yeah.
After seeing Bijan's, where was he? Cuba.
Yeah.
Man, it looks like those could have been on medium format. I think I'm just so used to taking pictures on medium format. I just lost focus in life.
Yeah. That was actually a really good set. Cody showed it to me just before we arrived here. So we'll be sure to have that in the show notes on graincast.tv. So if you want to check out that series of photos, I really recommend it. They're fantastic. Really, it made me want to pick up 35mm color again. So that was always really cool to see.
What about what did you bring, Ray?
Because you should be able to see behind Cody right now, it's downpours on the Cape, and probably will be tomorrow. I decided tomorrow's camera will be the Nikonos 5, fully waterproof, fully sealed film camera, and I brought some Ilford. What did I bring? Delta? Was it Delta that I brought? 400. But I have a couple rolls of black and white, and that's all I'm shooting on the walk. And then for kind of behind the scenes, I brought my Sony RX1, which is a tiny little camera. And Cody and I noticed this morning over breakfast the size difference. We thought they were going to be about the same, but you can see from the backs.
The Q is substantially larger. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. And then from the top.
What a ripoff. Or
So,
which way are you doing? Oh, this way?
Yeah, straight on. So it kind of gives you the size difference that we had no idea they were that far apart.
Which is interesting because they're always such closely compared cameras to each other.
Are there any other full frame, like fixed lens cameras?
I think these are it.
Like there's the Ricoh GR, but that's APS-C crop.
APS-C I think is the closest you'll get to something like that.
Yeah. I think
the Fuji is crop.
Yeah. I think these are the only two
full frame compacts.
Compacts. Yeah.
Mine goes to 1.7 f-stop. What does yours do there, Ray?
Yeah, mine's got a 2.
What?
Just a 2.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You sure?
But I have 35mm lens. What do you got on there?
28.
That's pretty wide.
I just wanted it to be like the iPhone. I heard that it was the same size as the iPhone, so I got it.
Yeah, iPhone's a 28.
Yeah.
True story.
But then for mine to go to like close focus, I have a ring I have to use to go down to 0.2 meters.
That's actually the same as mine.
You get that too?
Yeah.
You have the macro mode on the Q, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool though, how you see the numbers slide up like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I never noticed that.
Are you serious?
No, I'm serious. There's so much about this camera I've never seen before. How do I get in front of the camera?
There you go.
I don't know if this actually works.
Just tap the screen.
Do it one more time. Go ahead.
Nice. And for the viewers that don't know, is that a touchscreen on the back of a Q?
You know what it actually is? I found out about
nice.
this touchscreen when I was showing my wife a photograph, and one of us accidentally touched the screen and it moved.
Oh, I actually had no clue it was touchscreen either.
Yeah, incredible.
Wow. The technology these days. Huh?
Yeah.
Pinch to zoom.
How many frames per second though?
I'm capped at my brain wavelength, so I can't do that fast of a.
So it's not an
FPS.
A9.
No,
It's
hashtag
not
A9.
yeah.
It's not.
Hashtag A9.
Thomas, you bring an A9? No.
I did not get my my A9 pre-order. Didn't come in time. No. I ended up bringing the Leica M2, which I haven't used in a very long time, with the 50 Summicron on it, and right now that's loaded with what is that, Kodak Tri-X, and then I also brought the Hasselblad as well with the 80mm on that, and just kind of going between the both. I brought the Hasselblad originally for the color stuff that I was going to do, but honestly, with the weather and everything, I'm thinking most of it is going to be shot on the M2.
Yeah.
Like you said in the ride down, you don't want the vent pooling up with the water.
Yeah.
Viewfinder.
The waist level viewfinder, I don't want to become a bucket, so yeah.
Bucket viewfinder.
Yeah. Not as water resistant as the Nikonos, that's
So
for sure.
originally, I thought I was going to bring contacts stuff, and I didn't.
I was going to bring Pentax stuff, and I didn't.
And you were always going to bring this. Did you ever change your mind?
I wasn't going to bring the Hasselblad, and then I ended up bringing that. So it was just going to be just the Leica.
So you thought it would be too much of a hassle. I probably made that joke the last time.
Hey, let's talk about Jason, because he is in Japan now.
Yeah.
Hi, Jason. And he made his decision. What was it? He posted on Twitter the other day.
Yeah, he brought the Fuji X100, his M2 with the 50, and then he also got a hold of an X-Pan as well.
Okay.
So I think that's going to be...
And the next
awesome.
pan is the 45.
Yeah, 45. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll be shooting with that.
Yeah.
Is shooting with that right now in Tokyo.
Yeah.
What time is it in Tokyo?
I don't know.
Tomorrow.
I wish we could call him. We'll try and get him to have an audio message.
I think it's tomorrow.
But if he doesn't get us an audio message, we'll just delete this out somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Or we'll leave it in.
I'll text him as we're going to see if he can chime in. You guys
know what? We probably should have texted him before we started.
That would have been far too nice.
I can't wait to see his work on the X-Pan though.
Mm-hmm.
Jason.
This is, I'll put $10 down. He'll have a portrait with the X-Pan, and it'll involve someone wearing the color red, or the background will be red.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason likes red. In a lot of his photos, if you go through it, that's definitely something you'll notice. But speaking of Jason, we also have a video/audio segment of him in Japan right now. So we're going to cut to that right now and see what's happening with Jason.
Ohayou gozaimasu. This is Jason DePlata coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, where I've been the last few days having an amazing time with my girlfriend Katie. The first day we decided to get stuck into it and go to Shibuya Crossing. I think the most interesting thing about the Shibuya Crossing is the lights change every minute or two, but it's amazing the different combinations of people and cars and bikes that come through, and no two sets of lights are the same, and I think that's what makes it so fascinating for people. And it goes from being an empty road to just nothing but people. You almost can't see the pedestrian stripes on the road anymore. And yesterday we caught the Shinkansen, which is a bullet train, to Zao, which has a fox village there. So we were able to feed them though from a feeding station, which was a lot of fun, and there was lots of different varieties of foxes there, not just the red kind of orange ones. There was also like black foxes, which were more rare. Apparently it's the only fox village in the world, so if you come into Japan, it's worth the day trip to get out there from Tokyo. Yesterday we went to Harajuku Street and Takashita Street. We looked at the people in cosplay dressing up. Probably the highlight of that area was, it ended up being a day of animals. We went into an owl cafe where we actually got to interact with the owls, and we could pat the owls and they'd nibble on your finger and cute things like that, and they were really patient and let us get amazing photos. I ended up picking an owl to hold it as well, and it was called Cannon, which was kind of funny. And then we went to a cat cafe, which was great. It's exactly what it sounds like, just a bunch of cats running around the room. Most of them were quite sleepy. And after that, we were walking down the street and saw that there was a hedgehog cafe. So the third animal cafe in a row, we went and played with hedgehogs, and you could pick them up and turn them upside down and they'd just stare at you. That was a lot of fun. I'm noticing a kind of theme with the photos I'm taking so far. A lot of my favorites have been where I've been able to get elevated and show the sheer amount of people on the street. And I love the kind of combination of how many bikes there are as well, because obviously I do a lot of bike riding back home. After Tokyo Plaza, we went to Meiji Shrine, which has this beautiful garden oasis. You walk in there and you can completely forget that you're in a massive city. And just a quick gear update, because I talked about it in previous podcasts. I was bringing the Leica M2 with Kodak Tri-X, black and white film inside, and the Hasselblad X-Pan that I was able to borrow from Rachel. I'm very lucky to do that. And I put some Portra 400 in that, and I've been using the Fuji X100S. And I've mostly been using digital because so much of it is fast-paced and cramped. It's only been 4 days so far, and I have been through 2 rolls of black and white and maybe 3 rolls of the color on the X-Pan. Being that it has such a wide field of view, you've got to be very kind of careful with the compositions there. It seems to be a very specific type of scene that really lends itself to that camera. In another day or 2, we'll be leaving to go to Osaka and then onwards to Kyoto for the final leg of the trip. So there's a quick little update of what I've been up to, and I'll see you all soon.
But yeah, that's great. He's going to come away with some really good work from there.
Oh, it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Better weather than we've got here.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'd want to go to Japan though. That'd be a cool place to shoot.
Yeah, that's definitely on my places. That might be the top, but it seems pretty far for me, so it's a little hard to get to.
That's what I put as someone on Twitter asked. I think it was Gordon from Believe in Film said if you could take one camera to any place in the world.
Yeah.
And mine would have been Japan as well. Like I just think that would have been.
I couldn't settle down. I didn't answer it because I had like 3 spots.
It's a hard question. Yeah.
Well, how about
Iceland.
we'll answer it and then you think about it.
Yeah. Well, Iceland was near the top.
Yeah. I
Iceland.
really want to do Iceland. Yeah.
Especially while that volcano that you can't pronounce is going off.
Right.
It's got like 42
From Walter
letters.
Mitty.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah. I really do think it would be Japan.
I feel like with
And
Japan,
is up there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like with Japan, I'd have an easier time deciding on what I was gonna bring.
Nothing. You can just buy it all there. You know the used camera stores?
Oh yeah, well that's where
They're packed. Yeah.
Japan Camera Hunter. Well, he's obviously from Japan, but yeah, like that's a business there. Is just buying and selling
Oh man.
film gear, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
whenever Kai goes into the shops, they're just like jam packed with everything
Yeah.
you can imagine.
Like there's probably not.
It's like the frozen food section at grocery stores, but it's film.
It's true. They got
Yeah.
freezers just like it.
Yeah, it's insane.
Oh man,
That would be cool.
that is a dream. I also really like the. It seems like I really enjoy the culture. I think Canada is somewhat leaning towards the way Japan approaches life.
Yeah,
Obviously not as well maybe,
yeah.
or as meaningful, but at least that's the way it appears to me. But yeah, I think Japan. You think Iceland?
I think Iceland or Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to go to Iceland for so long, but I just want to go with the right people. Because for me, with
Yeah.
trips, it's if I'm going to go somewhere that's that I want to photograph or do video at really bad, I have to be
Yeah.
careful that the people I'm going with also want to do the same.
Right.
Or else they'll be done with a place within 30 minutes, and I'm like, oh no, I got 3 more cameras.
I gotta wait an hour for the right light.
Yeah. So it's and especially a place like that where I'm going to want to take my time going
Yeah.
through it all. I don't want to go with someone who's just like, cool, saw the whatever, and then moved on to the next spot. So.
Yeah.
This is kind of how it was last week or this week. I was in San Diego, and the friend I was visiting isn't into cameras or photography or anything, and going to cool spots, waiting for the light, like you said. He's like, all right, we saw this. Where do you want to go now? I was like, well, I want to get this, this
You want to
surf
get
shack
this shot, yeah.
when the light's perfect. He's like, well, how long is that? Because he's just not a film.
I don't know. You tell me. You live here.
Yeah. So it's tricky.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
tricky. And especially, like, I saw there was one YouTuber, Andrew Kearns, who he does a lot of, like, travel stuff. And he went to Iceland, and he had, like, a Land Rover or something and drove across everywhere and just slept in the place. So he'd wake up to these, like, incredible
yeah.
scenes
Right.
and everything, which is awesome, instead of always having to go back into the hotel. So I'd want to do it
That makes
like
sense.
that, like in that way. That way you get to
Right.
see everything. You get to see the whole place, which
Yeah.
would be incredible.
That's how I'd love to do Patagonia. Your jacket reminded me. That
Yeah.
was always
Yeah.
a top spot, and to trek it,
That would be a really cool
to
place.
get the shots, like you said,
Yeah.
the perfect times of the day, hike during the day, and then shoot at the.
It's
the golden
ridiculous.
hour.
I actually hiked to Everest Base Camp. It's like a
That's
couple
really-
weeks. Yeah, it's like a couple weeks into hike, and I carried everything with me. I didn't hire a porter. I went with my dad.
Oh no way! That's
And-
awesome.
This is back in 2005, and I bought like a Fuji. Actually, I think I convinced my dad to buy it. I was 25. Like some Fuji, like cheap little camera.
Yeah.
And when it came back, some of the photos, I really like them, and they're probably online somewhere. But just imagine if I had like a real camera and a real keen interest,
Yeah.
how amazing that would have been.
Yeah.
When
You
did
know?
you start to develop your kind of interest or your eye for photography then?
We traveled to Ethiopia to adopt my son in 2008, and I bought a Canon G7.
Oh
Like
yeah.
this is
Wow.
this is one of the early ones that took like raw photos. I went online and like searched reviews, came back and just loved it and thought I better pick this up and continue it for him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess right after that, and then I got a little Panasonic, what are the Micro Four Thirds?
Yeah.
Just
I said
slowly
this thing's
grew in
crap.
sensor.
Yeah, and then I got a D90 through a points program like at work, like for free.
Yeah.
That's
Just
about 2010.
yeah,
Probably around there. Yeah.
2010 maybe, and then
That was a popular
D700.
Nice.
I know that thing was too much though. It was a
It was a beast, wasn't it?
yeah.
It's still relevant today, though.
Yeah.
It's something that old.
Yeah.
You know what? Even that D90 is somewhat relevant.
Yeah.
Like you can get good shots, and it's only a 12 megapixel.
Yeah.
Yeah. The D700 was
Well,
12, wasn't it?
I know when they came out with the D750, a lot of people weren't happy with it who owned the D700.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
They didn't
I
upgrade.
was going to upgrade to the 750, and
Yeah.
it wasn't as nice as the 700. They held back.
No
Because the
way.
700, I believe they said, don't quote me on this, that they
Well,
put too much
It's
camera.
recorded, so go ahead.
We did air quote me. But I believe Nikon said they put too much into the 700. It was actually a more powerful camera than they marketed. as.
Really?
It was
No
like
way.
it was like a baby D3 at the time, and they sold it though as a consumer instead of a pro level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said they could have got a lot more for it. And then when they went with the 750, they stepped it back
But kept
for
the
where it could have been.
but kept the price tag.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of people waited
That's
for
too
the
bad.
800.
Yeah.
And I know a few that went
Wasn't
back
there
to
some
the
sensor
750.
problem too?
Yeah, and the
The
750.
Dust would come in for,
750 had a grease issue.
or grease is what it
Yeah.
was. It'd go right on the sensor.
Yeah, they'd have oil stains on it and stuff.
Yeah.
And then,
I was out of.
yeah, that was pretty
I
bad.
sold it before the 750 came out, so I was never enticed by that.
I sold it to a friend in Mexico, and he was in Tijuana. He had to go to San Diego to get it. It's a long story. But anyhow, he bought my 700, upgraded to the 800 when they came out. And
Yeah.
He kept the 700 for a backup. But as a wedding photographer, he swapped, and he shoots the 700 with the 800 for a backup.
Really?
He likes the 700 that much more.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Huh? Maybe I should have kept mine.
Probably worth a fortune now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a weird, because that would have been around 5D Mark II time as
Yeah,
well, right?
yeah.
And that's still like people still use that camera as
yeah.
well.
Actually, yeah. You know what? I think I sold the 700 and bought a 5D Mark II.
That was a good
And then I
call.
went to, yeah. That's weird. Don't do what I did. Yeah. Don't buy and sell gear like crazy.
What?
Slow down. Yeah.
I'm going to do it in my free time.
Take photos.
So what about, we already talked about film that we're shooting today, right?
Yeah. Oh, we could talk about what we're doing on this walk, because that's kind of unique.
Yeah, we are here.
Because we talk about developing.
Yeah.
And, part of this walk for the people staying, there's going to be 8 people staying in this house. And after the walk, we're going to develop all the film. So we're going to have 3 tanks, all the chemicals, the clips to hang them up in the shower. And Mike P is bringing a scanner
Awesome.
to scan everything in.
That would be
Poulet?
cool.
Poulet, French fries.
Is it pouliot or poulier?
I always read it as, this is probably bad for him,
Yeah.
but I always read it as poulet.
Sorry, Mike.
Because I'm from Canada and everything's written in Canadian. Everything's written in English and
Canadianese.
French. So I always read his last name as French,
Yeah.
but it probably is Pouliot or something.
Yeah.
Poulet.
But I think it'd be kind of neat to have same day results.
I've never developed my film before, so this will be my first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will be interesting.
Actually, I still may not. I'll just might give it to you guys and stand
I
back and
hope
watch.
we have a thermometer too. I hope someone brought that.
I don't need a thermometer.
Yeah.
Room temperature
Yeah.
for black and white.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do put my fingers under the water until it feels like the air. And when it feels like the air, that's the right temperature for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For me, I just
I
know
don't-
I put because I'm always in the same room and it's always the same temperature, or generally. And
Oh, okay.
I put the chemicals in there like maybe half an hour before I go in there,
Right, and
then
let
I
it
just do it.
adjust.
Yeah. So I always know my times that I'm developing at. That's why with here I'm like, I don't know what the times will be.
Be a
'Cause it's
crapshoot here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that funny?
Yeah. Because temperature is probably the biggest thing that you can.
Should we do a snip test?
No, it takes too long.
Yeah. we don't have that kind of time.
We'll develop the bottom half of the roll. And then,
Yeah.
If it's good, we'll do the rest.
What is a snip test, though, just in case someone listening thought we're making stuff up?
So snip test is taking a section of your film and only developing that to make sure your chemical mix is right.
So if I shot film and thought, boy, I kind of don't remember this exposure. I don't remember what I took it at. Maybe I was underexposed, or maybe I was overexposed. You can just tell the lab, do a snip test. They'll do
Develop
that
a
little
small
section, see if it comes out right, and then develop the rest accordingly.
piece. Right.
Cool.
Did you guys ever do this with the Hasselblads? You had tape?
Oh, that looks brilliant.
Yeah, so it's easier to pull out, especially
Ah.
when you have gloves on in the winter.
Yeah, because
It's so much
I always
easier.
struggled with the cold fingers and the gloves trying
Oh,
to,
yeah.
when I had mine, to get that little guy going.
Yeah.
Or
and
usually,
if you really can't, because it's tape, you can just pull it out with your mouth too.
to be honest, I'd usually take a couple shots before I realized I didn't pull out.
No, I think Hasselblad you can't.
Oh yeah,
It won't
you can't
fire.
shoot.
What was it? There was something. Oh, that was my medium format where I would
The
get it all ready.
Pacquion?
Oh,
Did that happen?
my large format.
Or your large format?
Yeah, I would forget to pull out the dark slide. Perfect, I got it. And like, oh!
The subject standing still.
Yeah.
How long does it take to shoot? Like if I did a portrait with a large format, like does that person have to actually stand still for like
No.
30 seconds?
No, that was in the old days with the wet plate
Oh, okay.
because it exposed so slow. You would need a 30-second exposure. to get them on there. But now they use regular film. It's same speeds
Oh, okay.
as your cameras.
Oh, so it's
But,
quick.
but when you're doing wet plate with the chemicals, it's, depending how much light you have in the room, they use sometimes like really big spots, and you still need like a 10-second pose.
What do you think the ISO
So that's
would
why-
be at? Like the
I
of
can't
the
remember what
webplate?
it was.
Like we're talking like 5 ISO.
Yeah,
or-
yeah, it's way down there.
I
Wow.
don't know
that-
why.
but
I feel
that's
like
why-
it's 8. I don't know
8?
why. I feel like 8 is a number. I think.
Okay, I'll say 5, and Thomas
Yeah.
says 8. Let's
Oh, it's. I think
let's
that's.
Google check and see who's right.
Oh no.
But
So sometimes how they have the ISO on the back.
yeah.
For some reason, I remember seeing 8.
But what they
This
used to do,
one's-
what they
one's
used to
fake.
do with the large format and the wet plate was they have these little stands that prop up your head. So if you look at some of the pictures, it's like a looks like a tripod
Yeah.
with a V in the back, and you put your neck in it.
Oh,
No way.
So you wouldn't
really?
move for 20 seconds.
Wow. What a setup.
So you can see some of them where they took them sideways.
Point
So it's-
5
0.5.
is what I'm reading.
0.5 ISO.
Yeah,
That
is the
sounds about right.
wet colliding emulsion is 0.5.
Wow.
Jeez.
So
That'd
you
be a cool thing to do though. Wet plate.
How expensive is it to get all the chemicals and all that together?
There's a kit online. I'll post it to Graincast TV. I can't remember the kit name, but they will sell you like all the bottles
No way.
and the whole
Wow.
setup lab. And I think it was like $300, and you get everything that you would need to start wet plate besides the camera and lenses.
Huh.
But it's
Speaking of that, I think it was Riley Joseph who told me, and I think it's in Calgary. There's actually a wet plate workshop that a guy always does. Yeah,
Wow, I'm like 3 hours from there.
yeah. So that'd be a really cool place before you actually buy all the chemicals to try it out. But that'd be so cool to do wet plates because that's
It's,
awesome.
it would be pretty cool. You know what I would do is I'd like fake history. Like recreate scenes and say, oh no, look
Do
guys,
like
I just
Napoleon.
found this lost photo.
Like the Napoleon pictures, but
yeah.
it's you instead.
so the website. In case I forget to post later, this will be my reminder. It's Bostick and Sullivan, and they have various kits that you can buy from the individual, like bromides and whatnot, to the full.
And silver and something too, right?
Yeah, the silver you
Yeah.
need.
Like liquid silver.
But there are full-on kits with everything that you would need to get going, and I believe it's right around $300 to get the
That's so cool how the
the top
process of
setup.
like pouring the
It is really
chemical on
neat.
it.
yeah,
like-
and getting it all
Yeah.
even.
Yeah. We'll find a video that describes the process too.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
actually a bunch on Vimeo and YouTube.
yeah, because I'm not gonna find it right now, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll just stick to normal film for now.
yeah.
Large format, I'm really interested in 4x5 now, though. I'm seeing so many more people jump to it. And
Yeah.
It just seems like a very different experience than shooting like even like a 120 or 35 millimeter.
It definitely is, and it's the most portable of the large formats.
Yeah.
Because
For
when you
sure.
get into 8x10s and larger,
Yeah.
then you need the Sherpa.
How big would you say a 4x5 is?
My
4 inches maybe?
yeah, my
4x5
my back was about yay big,
Okay.
and then the camera about so long,
And does it collapse at all?
and then it collapses
Okay.
all the way down, so you get the bellows.
Yeah.
It folds flat like a Polaroid.
It folded to like,
Not that flat.
yeah, it was probably this thick folded up.
No way.
Wow.
And then it's just a box.
That's a lot more portable than I thought.
Super portable, yeah.
Is it hard to shoot like with all the bellow controls?
Yeah, what about a
and
hand?
stuff?
Could you hand hold it?
Some people claim they can. I say no.
Right.
'Cause
Shoot
there's too
street?
much going on. Some of them you can. When you get with like the press cameras,
Yeah.
Oh,
like
okay.
those 1920s with
Yeah.
the big flash.
Right.
That's
true.
Those are all handheld. But the ones with the bellows that are not the fixed plane,
Right.
those tend to be
Yeah.
tripod only.
That'd be cool.
I would be tempted to get like a really big size though, because like it's large format. Like
You may as well
Go
go
large.
might as well go
format.
large.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a bunch of people on Twitter that do the 8x10 quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I know there's larger too that they've been doing.
Larger than 8x10?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, what's her name?
Wasn't it John who was doing?
He made a whole tent.
Yeah, he did it.
That's right.
Doesn't he
Right.
do 11 by 14?
Yeah, 11 by 14. And there's someone out there doing 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever it is by 20.
Well, there was Polaroid. There was
16, 20.
Isn't there a Polaroid that's 20 inches wide?
Yeah.
There was a lady that sold all of her Polaroid stock.
Probably to Jason Lee.
I forget, but
Because he bought everything instant.
oh
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's got a room like the size of this room down here. That's just instant film, large format.
No.
Wow.
It's just row upon row upon row.
That's awesome.
Well, she's a famous photographer though. We'll find her and put her in the show notes.
Yeah.
But I mean, in the Polaroid camera, like it's huge that she has.
Wow.
Yeah. Bijan got a family portrait done by her.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I still picture. Does it actually like roll out like a normal like the Instax cameras?
It actually,
Or is it a
the noise it makes is super loud.
Is it a peel?
Yeah, I think it's a peel.
They're peel apart, yeah.
I wish it was the one that came out like the credit cards or
You have to shake it.
yeah. Get the whole family fanning it.
Yeah, no, that'd be amazing. Yeah, actually, Jason Lee has some really good stuff. He had one on physical grain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd like to
he's,
see more of his stuff.
yeah, if you look on Instagram is where he has most of his stuff, and he does a lot of
Yeah.
it in books. So he pushes a lot of his stuff out that way, like traveling across America and gas stations. And
Yeah,
he does a lot of Midwest and Texas, like old
Right.
abandoned spots.
that's cool.
But it's the setup's really cool. Using
Yeah,
large format instant is
it's
his main thing.
it's funny how people talk about like how film slows them down, and it's like we're shooting. I would say that even with a 35 millimeter
Yeah.
camera, but then with large format, it's like a whole different setup.
Yeah, because
like,
when I was doing the large format, this was my quick and easy, spray
Yeah.
and pray camera.
yeah,
Compared to the large format. Because whenever I went out, I would average 3 shots a day.
yeah.
And on a real busy day, I think the most I ever did was like 6.
And they're
Exposures.
they're each individually. They're in the what are they called? Like the backs.
Yeah, the holders, you get
The holders.
2 shots.
Oh, it's
per
shoot,
holder.
Flip.
Yeah, shoot, flip, pull out the dark slide,
Wow.
shoot again. And then they have the ones, I don't remember how many, I think they can hold 10.
Yeah.
Polaroid had a set of holders that would
Really?
do that.
Wow.
So every time you shot, it was able to, inside the dark slide, advance the
No
next
way.
one. And you can get 10 shots.
And do you drop off the whole holder to the lab?
Yeah, you send the holder as a whole. I was doing it at home, so
Yeah.
I was doing it in the dark bag. But if I wanted to go to the lab, I would send my holder.
Oh man, what was that like putting on those spools?
Super easy. I mean, it's a giant 4x5 piece of film.
Yeah, that just
And the
sounds
holder-
so bizarre.
Yeah, you put one on each side. I could do up to 6,
wow.
but I usually did 2 at a time. Because the reason I only would do 1 or 2 at a time
Yeah.
is I would use the whole zone system in developing. So each one would have different times in the tank.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't do a batch at
Yeah.
a time.
Right.
I had all the settings written out, and this one gets pushed, pulled, whatever I need to do.
So it's even slower on the developing end than
Yeah.
not even just the
unless you're
shooting.
shooting it all the same.
Yeah.
But if you're really taking the power of it, then you're developing them 1 or 2 at a time at the most, depending on your notes. So you got to keep a million notes.
Yeah.
Because I used to record the highlights, the lowlights, and the
So we need
midtones.
like an assistant.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. Okay, let's go. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Hey, first time.
We're so good.
Being live helps. Being live helps.
For those of you that don't know that, when we usually have to sync up the audio, we do it with claps, but we're all pretty spread out around the globe, so it's always Cody and then me. We're usually pretty close, and then it's Ray, and then about 5 minutes later,
Honestly,
it's Jason.
by the time the episode's over, we hear a clap.
That's how we know we need to wrap it up. That's how we know.
The clap heard around the world.
Yeah.
We drove by that monument. The
Yeah.
shot heard around the world.
Bunker Hill, yeah.
Bunker Hill.
But,
Because we are in Cape Cod.
Yeah. And we just took a quick break. We did our first Instagram live stream. So thank you all for those who came to watch it. Yeah, hopefully we can do more of those in the future,
Yeah.
but I don't know how often we're all going to be in the same place, but we'll figure out something.
Like
It
in a
was
year.
fun. Yeah, it was fun to do.
No, we'll do it. We'll do another one this weekend, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, we're here for tonight and tomorrow night,
Right?
Yeah,
and I think Sunday is when the weather abates.
yeah.
We could even live stream from the car on the way up the coast.
Oh,
You know what? That's a better idea.
that's a genius idea.
Ray.
We could sing car songs,
Yeah.
Yes.
play the license plate game together.
Punch buggy,
Hey!
right?
Just sucker punch Ray behind the wheel. But one of the things that came out of the live stream was us kind of talking about, again, going back to different colors and black and white films. And then someone asked which one we prefer. So do we usually lean more towards color film or black and white? But I think we should spin that more to where we are now. So with the weather that we're having and like going to Nantucket tomorrow, what were some of your thoughts between black and white film or color film?
Wow, it's so dismal. Do you think you pick it sometimes based on mood? Like if it's cloudy and rainy like it is now, you kind of know the colors won't be vibrant because they're not at the moment.
No.
Yeah.
Like if you look outside, all the light is low, the saturation's down.
Right.
It's like God turned the saturation.
He's playing in Lightroom.
Yeah, he's got his own Lightroom. So I don't know. Maybe that's why I want black and white because I know the colors won't be vibrant or.
Yeah, it's kind of like a 20-year expired NC.
20 years expired. But on the other hand, this lighting is sometimes really nice though, because it's all even. Like the shadows and the highlights it's just all one light.
I think there's a difference though with like overcast like this, where it's a dark overcast, and like a light overcast. You know, when it's still kind of
high
sunny,
clouds.
like you can still see it's bright out, but this
That's
is like
true.
everything's very
This is dismal.
dark. Yeah.
This is where you want Acros 100, push 2 stops, full dark black shadows.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
agree.
So what do you expose that at? On
for-
a day like this?
On a day like this, I'd pull out a light meter and see.
No,
but I
would
probably
you
would
go box?
overexpose the stop.
Okay.
yeah.
I probably would overexpose one stop.
Just speaking of like the feeling and the atmosphere, do you think you picking black and white or color film has to do with how you're feeling? Like even if you're in a bright area, is there ever like kind of an emotion that really pushes you to shoot black and white, or are you more what's going to work better in that environment?
I only shoot black and white when I have to. Like a client says this has to be in black and white.
Really?
Or like this weekend where we're going to be sync developing.
I'm telling you,
That's
gotta
the
shoot
only
black and white.
only reason I shoot black and white is
Yeah.
someone is making me.
Yeah.
But otherwise I'm always
Well,
color.
Ray's always happy then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never thought of it that way either. Like the most, like myself emotionally.
Yeah.
But I bet you there are photographers that do that.
Yeah.
Like Ryan Muirhead only does black. No, he does color.
No, he does color. Yeah. I love his color stuff. He does a
Yeah.
lot of Portrait 160.
And a lot of his stuff is moody-ish,
Yeah.
right?
Like I
So
think
you-
I think he underexposes it. I'm not 100% sure, but like
Yeah.
I love the way he gets his 160 to look.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to shoot black and white though. I haven't done it in.
So this
a while.
weekend, what are you choosing?
I'm kind of going between stuff. Right now I have.
Well, for film.
I have
Oh.
Kodak Tri-X loaded right now because I figure in the morning it'll probably be hopefully a bit brighter out. But what I really want to focus on this weekend is shooting Delta 3200
Yeah.
because I wanted to try it for so long, and I'm the biggest fan of this film.
You were talking about that last episode, yeah.
Yeah, like I love the film and I've never shot it, so I'm beyond excited to actually try it out. I think if I can get it to look the way that I've seen it look, I think it's gonna be my favorite black and white film.
Delta 30, it really looks good though in bright light. Like I know that you think that hey, it's
High ISO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it looks super nice when it's bright out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I'm really looking forward to. And then I also have a roll of Delta 3200 for the Hasselblad too. And I don't do a ton of black and white work in medium format, so I'm looking forward to that as well. Especially because 3200's a more grainy film than a 400 speed, right? So
Yeah.
it'll be nice to see that on a medium format and how that compares to the 35 millimeter.
It's a huge difference. I did that for that shoot I did a few weeks ago.
That's right.
I shot 3200 and 35 and medium format. And that medium format, 3200, blew me away.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like, someone mentioned it looked like large format. Some
Yeah.
of the pictures.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just
I think
the
I said
separation.
that.
Was that you?
Yeah.
But,
No, it did.
but it really does.
I heard that guy's a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
but-
says stuff for likes.
Yeah, he says stuff for likes. He's a like farmer.
Like the Russian like farmers.
Russian lake farmers. Did you? But that was when the client said they wanted it in black and white.
Yeah, I want black and white and I want grainy.
Would you shoot that again now that you know that it turned out kind of really nice?
I think
Like
now
on
I
the road?
would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and really, I think doing portrait work with it, which is what you wouldn't usually assume
Yeah.
would be the right combination, is what I would do, is 3200 portraits.
The grain in that, because I've shot my son on it with the Hasselblad. The grain is so big, it can be like the size of an eyeball, even.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
That's
someone
cool.
spilt salt
It's like
on your
almost,
photo.
it's like almost
Yeah.
8-bit. Like an 8-bit artwork. That grainy.
It's true.
Yeah, so you'd use it for portrait work too, huh?
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
I just had to cough so bad.
Have some LaCroix.
Oh, I did. That's what made me cough.
What?
Yeah.
No, this stuff is the nectar of the gods.
Oh man, it went down.
Wait,
the
we're not getting paid
went
yet.
down the wrong way.
Okay, you guys.
This drink, LaCroix, is a pretty good drink.
What would you pronounce this as? LaCroix or LaCroix?
I think it's LaCroix.
It's not.
And then, did you get your film? So a couple podcasts ago, we talked about traveling with film. Did you get all your film hand checked as well?
You know what? I only brought one roll with me in case I was going to shoot.
Oh yeah.
And the rest I got delivered to Ray.
That's smart.
Yeah, he's my film broker. Yeah. I encourage anyone to send their film to Ray.
Yeah. Even Thomas sent it back to my house without telling me.
Surprise.
You got yours hand checked though. Because
Yeah.
you did bring more film.
Yeah, I went through Pearson and it all got hand checked, which was good.
Pearson is an airport.
Yes, Pearson
Named
is an
after
airport
a former prime minister.
in Toronto. It was weird because they have a new security system where, when you load all the stuff into the
bins?
the bins and then slide them down.
Yeah.
Now instead you push the bin into this next conveyor belt and then that takes it. So it's a lot slower.
Oh.
Like each person has to load. It's one bag
So you
per
gotta wait.
container.
Okay.
And then you push it and then it goes at the end and it splits depending on what needs to be checked further and what doesn't. So like my shoes went into the quick one and all my other bags because of the camera equipment had to be hand searched like with the sensor. Yeah.
Okay.
So it took forever. And then you take your bin from them and walk all the way to this table to like get your stuff together and leave. So it's such a long process, but I think it helps for film now because they're hand checking everything.
Right.
So now I can be like, hey, you're hand checking that, hand check my film as well. You know what I mean?
Did
Weird.
you do the 3200 roll trick?
I had it in there.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if he saw it or not, but he didn't ask any questions. I've had good luck with, I don't think I've ever been
Denied.
a hand check from Pearson. I think the only one was LaGuardia was the only one so far that I've been.
LaGuardia. Sounds like an ex-boxer.
Yeah, LaGuardia Airport in New York, for those that don't know.
I've only been denied once, and that was with the film in the camera. They wanted to x-ray the camera rather than just let it through.
Oh, did you ask?
Yeah,
Like,
I did.
You said I have a roll of film in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember we went
They were
to...
pretty indignant about it,
Oh.
so...
I remember the one was, where was it? Top of the Rock in New York.
Right!
And we went through all the trouble to get stuff hand checked, and then I get there and I put the whole camera through. Not even, I'm like, I just went through an X-ray machine, but it turned out fine. Like I've never seen like stains
banding
or the
or
banding or
yeah.
anything like that from.
You know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to carry a roll with me, like expose it, and then carry it through every airport, every X-ray for like 10 years, and then develop it.
See what it does.
Yeah, it'd be like Lomo X-ray film.
Yeah.
Lomo should actually sell that. Lomo X-ray film. It's like pre-X-ray damaged.
Yeah.
Nice.
You should sell that.
I'm not kidding here.
You should have tagged them.
Yes, hashtag Lomo.
You should.
Yeah.
It'd be good if you should ask them, be like, "Oh, really crank up the X-ray machine on this one and just put it through."
Hey, was it last episode we were talking about X-ray a little bit, or a couple ago?
Yeah,
Somebody told me
we talked travel over.
there's
the last
different
two.
strengths of X-ray,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so that they can see in the image on the screen,
Yeah.
so they can control the strength, right?
Yeah, because it's a heavier one that goes through checked baggage.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
you know
where
what? I'll start this on my way home.
Yeah.
I'll start this. I'll mark a roll and keep it going
Put
for
a
a
little
few years.
tally on it.
Yeah.
How
Totally.
many X-rays it goes
Yeah.
through? That'd be good.
Kind of like luggage in the 20s with the cities it went through.
Yeah. So for you,
That's another good idea.
So for you that want to see Cody's X-ray roll, come back in 10 years and check the show notes.
Yeah, you can find me on the new Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your future handle gonna be?
I better be Cody Priebe.
Wouldn't that suck if you had to, if there was a new social media that blew up and you
Oh, I
had
didn't
to
get my
a new
name?
handle? Yeah. But I think everyone would probably adopt the handle that they have now.
In a way, I gotta kind of apologize to like the hundreds of thousands of other Cody Priebes out there
Yeah.
who do not have my Instagram
The
name.
Cody Priebe 03s and stuff like that.
Yeah, poor guys.
I'm usually pretty lucky with mine, but
Usually, have you ever met another Thomas Skrlj?
no. But once on Facebook, there was an inbox of people with the last name Skrlj. I think
Yeah.
someone went through all of Facebook like early on, and inboxed everyone and was like, "Hey, we all have the same last name."
There was
then-
10 of them.
There was like 30 of them, and one of them from Australia I actually
really?
spoke to like a couple times. So there's someone living in Australia with the last name Skrlj.
Oh, we lost
Yeah.
him.
Oh,
Speaking of our Australian, we're gonna get Jason back online here. There he is. For those of you on the podcast listening to only the audio, we do have a picture of Crocodile Dundee with a crocodile. So
not an alligator.
Yeah, not an alligator. So whenever we're referring to Jason, we're referring to that.
What did you bring just for your Nakonos? Just black and white.
Only black and white
Yeah.
this round.
And that was just because we're developing here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you probably would have put in Fuji 400 without even thinking.
Probably would have been portrait for the island.
Portrait for the island.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only color film I brought too.
Okay, I got a question then. Why would you choose Portrait 400 over Fuji 400H? They're the same ISO speed.
Yeah. Because I think with the island, it's going to be a lot of docks, boats, waters, and I like the colors the portrait pulls out of that better.
Which would be a little bit more blue.
Yeah, the more blues for the island kind of
Yeah.
life. But when I'm in the city doing portraits or things like that,
And like spruce trees, and
yeah, then I'm 400H.
Yeah.
I'll agree.
Hmm.
Although I brought 400H.
So we'll see how you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how they both, because you guys use the same lab too, so it'll be cool to see what the same looks like. You guys should do like one frame exactly the same.
You know what we're thinking of doing actually?
And just-
Is I got this funny film from him. It's what is it? The Cine Lab
No, this is a Kodak motion picture film, which
Kodak motion picture.
actually came over from Emulsive. He sent it over, and I got a few rolls.
No way.
So this is the.
So I'll have to ask him how to expose it.
with the backing. Yeah.
But it's supposedly 2500 ISO. I just develop it in C41. I take off the back layer, that ramjet layer they call it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Remjet.
Remjet you got to pull off.
Rem or Ram?
Rem.
R-E-M.
Oh, I was saying Ram.
Ramjet.
Like those, like the Ramjet. What is that? The
Yeah.
on the cars.
No, this is the Rem.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Can you actually like feel it on
So it
the
stops the
I don't
haloing.
know.
Oh, so that's the difference with
Like Sin still has the Remjet removed.
oh, okay, that's the
That's
big
why you get the
difference.
haloing in it.
I think you can see it.
I think
Like,
it's just
if you look at the reflection, how it hits the light.
It's much different. It behaves a lot different.
Feels the same though.
Yeah, but for the first time I found, I don't know who it was. I think someone explained what it was on Twitter like a few days ago, and it's for when it's going through the cameras so fast, it prevents like scratching and stuff. In the negative.
Oh,
So
no
that's
way.
the actual practical
Yeah.
use of it.
So I should put it in your F4 and shoot it at like 20 frames per
Just
second.
open it up, yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
The original.
But anyway, you know what? We were thinking of doing it because he has a roll and now he gave me a roll.
Yeah.
Is we'll shoot the same roll but in different areas. And
Oh,
see,
cool.
Yeah.
Maybe
See
how
how
that
it
looks.
behaves a little
Yeah.
bit different.
It's a good idea.
Or I should shoot half the roll, send it back to you.
I'll finish it.
Yeah, and you finish
Just
it.
leave it all hanging out too.
Yeah.
So I know where you're going.
That's what the Ramjet's for.
Yeah, that's what the Ramjet's for. Probably gonna wrap up.
Yeah, we're at 54 minutes.
Yeah.
Hopefully the YouTube thing worked. Not sure.
Yeah, if it does.
It's kind of like a fixed angle and
Yeah, not a lot visually going on. We'll
Yeah.
see how it works.
Maybe we can edit in some pictures as we're talking.
Yeah.
Throw him up on the screen.
If anything, it was cool to just kind of sit down and talk in person, whether it works out or not.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out, I save myself some hard drive space.
well, here's another question too: is would putting the podcast, even if it was just audio, on YouTube work?
If
Like-
you had some interesting pictures going, I think.
yeah.
Well, we can
would
loop
work.
our logo or fade it in and out.
Yeah,
or-
Yeah, and certain things we're talking about, it'd be kind of neat to have the pictures up
Pop
while
up.
we're talking
Yeah.
about them. So
It's
say
definitely
we're
possible.
saying the difference in light between Fuji and Kodak film. We could have a side by side up.
Right.
Talk about it.
Yeah. We may as well try for a couple. Like, it's not a
Yeah.
difficult thing to do.
We'll have
YouTube is free.
yeah,
Yeah.
and people can leave us comments and see what
Yeah.
they think.
And a lot of people like I know we have it available everywhere else, but maybe some people still prefer YouTube as a platform.
Yeah,
I would like to meet that person.
Yeah. Someone did on
And shake their hand.
Twitter. Someone said,
Actually, that is true,
Yeah,
and I
they-
think I responded that we are
Yeah.
going to do it.
so here you go.
So, yeah,
they said, why aren't you on YouTube? I'm like, oh, it's coming. It's coming.
we got the channel Graincast TV.
It's just like all the other recommendations that come in, like, oh, you guys should do this. And we're like, yeah, we're doing that. But like, we're like, oh, that's a good idea. So keep giving us your ideas. We're
Yeah, and tag them. Hashtag Graincast. That's what we decided on, right?
Yeah.
You betcha.
Without the TV.
yeah,
On any social media, and we'll find you.
yeah. Anything to really kind of improve the quality, anything to make it more exciting or interesting, or even more relevant to you guys as the viewers.
We're looking for the most controversial topic as well.
Oh! During the live Instagram, someone asked, "What camera would Trump use?" Let's bring it up now.
Yeah. So
Well, I'm Canadian, so I can say whatever I want.
should
They'll
we,
just kick
should
me
we,
out.
Should we
Yeah.
answer that, or I think that'd be a good thing to leave for comments and stuff.
That could be a good comment.
Yeah,
Then
I think we should leave it to that. I think we should.
then we
leave
don't
it
get in trouble.
Yeah. So
Before you guys leave
if
America.
you're looking to get exiled from the States, which camera does Trump use?
I am Cody Priebe on Twitter and Instagram, and my website, justadded.com.
right? I'm raylarose.com for the website, and zen.bones on Instagram, and Physical Grain on Twitter.
Yeah, and I'm thomasskrlj.com now for a website, and at tskrlj, that's TSKRLJ, on all social media. So what episode was this? That was episode
5.
Number 5, and it's Cinco de Mayo. Cinco
Yeah.
de Mayo.
Yes.
On the 5th New England walk.
Wow.
No, May
all
5th.
5s.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
I think that's our lottery ticket right there. 55555.
There we go.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching, and
Peace.
yeah, hear you on. Listen to us on the next one.
There you go.
How do I keep wanting to say see you on the next one,
Well, say it.
You can say it.
Yeah, I think that's great.
but they're not going to see us on the next one.
Well,
They could if we YouTube it.
well, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll listen
Take
to
care.
you.
Yeah.
I wish we could see them on the next one.
That'd be cool. Like a live audience only.
I want. Yeah.
If
I
we
want.
do a hangout, you can get,
Yeah.
I forget how many, like a dozen people?
We should do
up,
that.
Up at once.
Like first
Hey.
come, first
Okay,
serve.
you know what? We're still rolling on this. We haven't said goodbye yet.
No.
So
These are
keep
the
listening,
live
people.
outtakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember your poll,
Yeah.
which you started doing, which I think is awesome, was something about how do you interact with people and get mentors, or do you look for
Yeah.
people to
what-
give
what would
criticism?
improve- what would it take to improve your photography?
Right.
And it was more time, mentors, and some other options.
Yeah. That's what good our memory is. But one of the guys that commented was thinking of doing a Google Hangouts and doing stuff that way.
Yeah.
That's probably something we should just steal his idea.
Steal it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was John's.
Yeah, Johnny, Cody would like to steal your,
Thanks,
your
John.
brainchild.
Well, you know what? It's who did it first.
Yeah, yeah.
Who invented electricity?
Wasn't me.
No, was it? Does everybody think it was Alexander Graham Bell?
That's who gets credit.
Right, but it wasn't. It was the other guy who I don't remember. Watt? James Watt? James B. Watt?
James B. Watt.
Actually, I'm just making that up. Don't.
But hangout it'd be cool to have more people on it though.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you know what?
yeah.
Hit us up, Graincast TV, and say I want to be part of this Google Hangout, and
Yeah.
we're gonna schedule one someday.
Yeah, I think we should cap it and just people who are interested, and we can kind of just filter through.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Because
find
we
the
don't
limits.
want everyone to be in it, because then no one's
Well,
gonna
it's
listen
all
to the podcast.
about.
Then
We'll take it serious. Like it actually will be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take it serious. You guys
Yeah.
always do, but it'll be about bring a picture, be ready to talk about it and ask about it.
Yeah.
Maybe show supporting work,
Yeah.
why you would shoot something that way.
Just for like a quick segment in there.
Yeah,
That would be a good idea.
we'll probably have like a little write up on what to expect.
Right.
But for now,
Yeah.
I'd say let's talk about one photo, but have a few other photos ready, just in case.
yeah.
yeah.
It'd be nicer to do it for like a larger body of work, like if you're working on a project or something. Like
That's a good
things
idea
like
too.
that.
Yeah,
Just so it's not like a.
because
a
if you
random
had
thing.
12 photos, you wanted to look all together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Making noises. I'm sorry, audio.
It's like how we were talking about, I think on the first one, what Bruce Gilden said.
Just Bruce it.
You know what he said? Yeah.
Bruce in
When
it.
he was saying you could take a picture of one doorknob and it's nothing, but take a picture of 100 doorknobs and
You
then
have a series,
Then
yeah.
you have a
It's true.
series.
Then you have a book of knobs.
Yeah, take pictures of those knobs
Hey,
then.
Jason does not like that word.
Yeah, I think we should just end it here then, and
Yeah.
I think we already kind of ended it, but
Cody,
we're
Ray,
good.
Thomas.
yeah,
Thanks, guys, for listening, and thanks to those who joined us on the Instagram live stream.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, we don't have that many followers yet. I actually really enjoyed the live stream though,
it was fun. It
Yeah,
was fun.
Yeah. We got a.
and I think I just realized that I discontinued the next goodbye. I'm horrible at goodbyes.
This is gonna be so many
You just
goodbyes.
can't let
So
go.
this is the second. This is the third goodbye.
I think I have another plug though. Is again for the New England walk. If you weren't able to make it, there will also be. I'm gonna be doing videos.
This is posted in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. Show
Like
notes.
you're gonna post your.
They'll be posted already.
Oh yeah, one of them would be.
Okay, look in the show notes for what Thomas posted about this.
Right.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's
So
walk
continue.
will
Pretend I
post
never
a week
interrupted.
ago.
I'm sorry.
So for those of you that weren't able to make it out to the New England walk, or were just curious how the week went, I do have a YouTube channel where I'm doing some videos as well. So over the next 3 weeks, you'll see videos there for some behind the scenes stuff. So you can check that in the show notes. And
Yeah.
then, yeah,
Hey, does anyone have film in their camera? We should really take a picture before we
yeah. I
sign
do.
off. Do it right into the microphone so we can hear it.
Oh, this one doesn't make any noise.
When I
Or I'll just edit it
Should I
in
get
like a shutter
LaCroix?
sound.
get LaCroix and the Niconos
Yeah, get
in there.
LaCroix.
Can you pour the LaCroix on the Niconos?
It's empty.
Okay, guys, he's focusing those in the audio. He's got his eye up to the viewfinder.
Close.
He's taking a photograph.
The barrel shaking.
That was it.
There you
That's
go.
a really good sounding shutter. Hey?
Yeah. You know what the funniest thing is? I'm so used to like digital cameras right now.
Yeah.
I was half pressing, looking
Wait
for
for
the.
the
I
focus?
was like, "Where's the? No, not the focus. The light meter." I was like, "Where is it?" And I'm
No
like,
way.
"Oh wait, this is a Leica." Yeah.
Well, at least you didn't look on the back to see what you shot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Leather.
Chimping.
No,
Okay, so for the 5th goodbye, it'll
It has to
be
be the 5th. Yeah.
I am Cody, that is,
Ray.
and you are.
I'm Thomas.
Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Take care.
Oh. That's how it goes.